Welcome to my channel, baby. Sip Sensibility. Welcome to my channel, baby. Sip Sensibility.
Hey, this is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, sensible thinkers, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I wasn't even going to do any commentary on this Tasha K interview that she did with Martell, Holt, Broketail, Hotel, Martiana, Bust It Down, old opportunistic Martel, okay? I wasn't even going to do anything on Hotel, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on it, just give my 2 cents. But I'm going to put it out there. This sure as hell wasn't on the level of Queen Sheba's interview, and shout out to her because she was able to be fair and balanced and really extract some good information out of him, okay? And he was just telling on himself left and right. See, I'm going to just go ahead and set the tone for this. Although Tasha K says that she didn't want this interview necessarily to be about Melody, she set the stage to where she wants the audience to get to know Hotel, okay? Because he comes across as a villain on the show, because that's what the hell he is. He's a damn villain. He's just being himself, the demon that he is, okay? So Tasha says this, but she commences to do this. Let's listen.
Thank you.
Right,
there we go.
This has been a long time.
I was waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for this moment, for real.
And let the effery begin.
I got dragged last week because of you.
Man, everybody getting drugged.
They was like,
I'm getting drugged.
how you a wife and you taking up for Martel? I'm like, I'm not taking up for him. But here's the thing. I'm a wife. 7 years of an alleged affair. Not alleged affair. I'm so used to saying allegedly now. Shit.
No, alleged affair, 7 years.
Affair, 7 years. Come on. As a wife, I don't come off my throne to address no bitch. And, you know, me and Arion, we had our moment. We had our conversation. We went super viral. She got a chance to finally speak her truth. And
I was happy for that moment, too, and I appreciate you giving her that opportunity.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Y'all been talking about it for years on the show.
We talked
Love
about
and Marriage
it
Huntsville. What season are y'all
since
on?
day one.
What season are y'all on?
I think it's 5.
Damn. That's a long time.
Yep, talked about it ever since the beginning. I tell you, she need to be on the show getting a check.
See, already I don't like the tone of this. So Tasha's low-key dragging Melody just from off the rip, okay? Right off the gate, saying that her as a wife, she's not going to step down from her throne for a side chick. You don't know what the fuck you might do if somebody is meddling and instigating all up in your marriage. Now, I'm not one to advocate necessarily going after the woman, because I feel like it's the man's fault, point blank period, for bringing the bullshiggity to the relationship or to the marriage. But if somebody is as disrespectful as that hoe was, you damn right. Sometimes you do have to address a situation, okay? Be it classily, ratchetly, however the F you want to deal with it. Okay, so that's one. And then 2, of course, Arion did the interview with her, we know, a couple years ago or whatever, on Tasha K's platform. That's where she effed up right there, because if she had her own YouTube channel, right, and has she marketed and advertised it enough, I'm going to tell my story. They ain't going to let me on the show. Boom. Okay, let me tell it. And then she could have drummed up enough viewers and said, you know, once I get to 5,000 or once I get to 10K or however many followers or subscribers, I'm going to drop the bomb. See, she effed up right there. And see, Martell talking about she been discussed since day one. Child, anyway, I can't with him. But basically, she deserves a check. No, mother effer. You trying to get her on the show because you don't have a storyline, because he's going to say in a little bit that Melody is using Arion for a storyline. Pretty much no one's using her for a storyline, because here's the thing. Anyone could have been his mistress. It could have been the broad up the street, the chick that worked at goddamn Popeyes. Hell, it could have been the damn makeup artist in the damn Mac counter in the mall. Anybody could have been his mistress. And the premise would not have changed. It still would have been him and Melody talking about the dissolution of their marriage and how it dismantled, okay? And how a tumultuous affair tore their marital union apart. Anybody could have played that role, Arion. It wasn't about you. It's about their marriage and the breakdown of it, child. But she's a goddamn bird brain, and so is he. But anyway, that's where Arion dropped the damn bag, okay? Letting Tasha make all the damn money. I don't know if she gave Arion a coin or not, but child, anywho, no, Martel, you want a goddamn check and you want to use Arion as a storyline because you ain't got shit else to talk about but to go at Melody, child. But anyway, let me spoon feed it. but not a whole lot.
Now, I told you, I don't want this conversation between us to be you on the defense, because we see enough of that on the show, to the point where people are just like, how long is this redundant, just kind of Groundhog Day relationship is going to go, situationship is going to go on between you and Melody?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, man. It's like, I mean, honestly, I'll be real. I think the reason it's being drug out so long is because Melody, she's lacking a storyline.
So in true narcissistic fashion, you'll notice a common theme and a common thread all throughout this interview is that he is trying to, of course, make Melody look bad. Tasha tries to kind of pivot back and say, well, let's talk about you, even though she's trying to get the trash and the dirt. And Tasha, in my opinion, is male identified, and she is not a girl's girl, and she could give a damn about Melody, but she is trying to be strategic and get this Bama to spill some tea, right? And to also talk about himself, to be like, so what value do you bring to the show? Who are you, Martell Holt, as a person? Who are you outside of Dr. Melody Cherie Rogers, okay? And let me kind of backtrack a little bit. Tasha K knows she wrong, got Melody Holt in the damn title, knowing damn well that they're divorced and she changed her name to Melody Rogers. That's a dig right there. But again, a common thread and theme all throughout this interview is that he's trying to drag this woman through and through. And in true narcissistic fashion, he is going to deflect and project the things that he does onto her. He needs Melody for a storyline because he cut off his nose to spite his face by not allowing the kids to be on the show, okay? And he's going to say at a certain part in this interview, and I don't even know if I'm going to get to that part, but I'll say it now. They go back to court on January the 30th, I guess, which is next week, because Melody wants to have the kids back on the show on social media, and rightfully so. So why should Arion be allowed to show her child on social media, and you can show your little son that you share with her on social media, but Melody can't show her children? Make that make sense. It makes no goddamn sense. None at all, except you're being spiteful and vindictive. You cut off your nose to spite your face. That could be your storyline, filming with your damn kids, or part of it, and your damn mama, Miss Marlene. I ain't gonna call you mammy today, I'm gonna call you Mama Marlene, okay? Child, I can't with him, but he's a narcissist. But I see what Tasha's doing, and you'll see throughout the interview, she tries to get him to pivot and come back around to show, who are you, Martell Holt, outside of Dr. Melody Cherie Rogers? Tell your story. Who are you? But you'll notice he'll keep on coming back around, talking about her. He's no one without her. He's like a lost, sick puppy, okay? He's a damn malignant sociopath and a narcissist, okay? He's like a damn boll weevil looking for a damn home. But Melody is no longer your home. You can't anchor to her anymore, okay? Child, let's continue. We ain't gonna make this too long.
All she gotta do is get a man to confront you on the show.
You know,
that.
She told me she had a man. She's been telling me she had a man for the past couple of years.
She's been going on vacation with somebody.
So you know what?
Because if it was with girls, they would just post.
So my thing is,
what's up?
You go on the internet, you always see women somewhere posting. She be getting flown out. That ain't too much to brag on these days. You need to have your. You gonna look and brag when you got a man. When you got him. You know, I ain't talking about getting flown out, getting fucked.
He's a bit of mofo. Oh, he's a bitch ass nigga. See, Tasha thinks she's slick. She's trying to instigate. She's trying to pull a reaction out of him. And she's doing a good job. He's trying to low-key keep it down. But he's a nasty, vile mofo. Now, what is it to him? Who she go on vacation with? Talking about Melody. And who she's sleeping with. And as she said during the reunion, she ain't never seen somebody care about her vagina as much as this Bama do. And they ain't married no more. He ain't touched or seen it since goddamn she done had the baby damn near when she left his ass and got separated. But what the hell is it to him? Who she lick, effing and sucking? If she is or if she ain't. What the F is it to him? And talking about something that ain't no flex and nothing to brag on. Here's the thing. She is getting flown out and she's flying herself out. Motherfucker, you ain't flying nowhere. That's your problem. Your broke ass ain't got two goddamn coins to rub together to goddamn fly across country. No, what it is, your broke ass got limited funds and coins to goddamn go somewhere. You just now going out the country, what, over the summer, Britain, Europe, or wherever the hell he went to, shit. Only time your goddamn ass goes somewhere is if Carlos fly your ass out, courtesy of Kingdom Reign Productions. Okay? Child, you broke motherfucker. You done lost your damn house. Your mama got put out her damn house. They say she back to the damn hospital mopping floors and shit effing with you because you lost the bag. Okay? You fumbled your marriage for a broke ass dusty bitch with her mouth goddamn open 24/7 like goddamn 7-Eleven, a broke bitch. Child. Let me hush, child, because see, I said I wasn't going to use too much profanity and I ain't want to go there. But damn it, I just had to say that. Tell me something. It ain't bragging if you just getting flown out and getting F. Now, that's really rich of him to say that. Old dirty peen mother effer, child, old dirty dick motherfucker. Now, what he probably need to do is go to the damn local clinic or hospital and goddamn get a penicillin shot. Or antibiotic or something, as much as you be sticking your shit hither yon, child. Now, I said I won't go do this, so let me keep going. Worrying about who she going to vacation with. And here's the thing, everybody's not a damn male identified pick-me to where you got to have a man in order to have a damn identity, okay? Everybody's not male-centered, Negro. Shit, she got rid of your controlling low vibrational ass and now she's soaring like a phoenix. She was already doing her thing, but now she's soaring to new heights without you while you goddamn at home counting goddamn Arion EBT checks. A broke motherfucker, child. Let me continue. Okay, so moving right the hell along, let's kind of speed this thing on up. So according to Tasha, she's looking to humanize him in this video. So they go into his childhood and he goes on to say how he is the only original cast member who is actually from Huntsville, born and raised, okay? And so he talks about how he was a rebellious child. He came from a single parent household. It's just him and his brother Montez. They have two different fathers. Oh child, why did Tasha talk about that damn Arion, how she didn't understand the difference between a damn two-parent household? And she's like, bless her heart. He was like, oh yeah, bless her heart. Child, anyway, she's about dumb as a box of rocks. Tell me something, she was trying to be an RN. Child, I think the F9. But anywho, he goes on to say he had a rebellious childhood and he went to alternative school and it took him to get into sports in order to kind of get back on track. And he said he's always been a leader, child, cough, cough, a damn bully, okay? He said he was in ROTC, he was a commander in that. You know, the funny thing about it is, say he did have a semblance of leadership qualities, the male figures in his life failed him. Somebody failed him. He probably needed to go on counseling at a young age in order to kind of steer him on the right track, because they say in some instances narcissistic personality disorder can develop from a child not having their basic needs met. So when you think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, at the very bottom rung, the base level is just having your basic needs met: food, water, shelter, survival mechanisms and all of that. And I don't think he had enough emotional stability as a child, because Miss Marlene probably worked all the time being a single mom. As it was revealed on one of the episodes, Martel was bullied as a child, and probably when he was a younger kid. And he probably tried to bring that to Miss Marlene's attention, and to his own admission and to hers. She's like, man up, I don't want to hear that. Boys don't cry, that type of stuff. So unfortunately, he never properly learned how to express himself and express his needs, which made him so self-absorbed, okay? He was bullied and then he turned into a bully. But anyway, I digress. But to get to the point, he said that he had a great relationship with Miss Marlene, how they talked every day. And I think he got an Oedipus complex. I do. Again, I don't think his needs were met as a child. And I think he harbors some resentment toward his mom, okay? And I think he takes it out on other women. That's why he's so egomaniacal, okay? He punishes women for his shortcomings and what he's lacking. But anywho, he says that the Holt name is something to be revered. It's a certain reverence that comes with that shit. I can't damn tell, because your goddamn aunt and uncle and them and your damn family members were damn trying to rob ATMs and shit, okay? Let me tell you, your lineage on that side of the damn family leaves a lot to be desired. I'll just leave it that way. They're criminal-minded and criminalistic. I'm just saying. I ain't saying all of them, but some of them. And honey, you got criminality coursing all through your damn veins, okay, with your shady ass. Now, I can't get over how he's saying that he was the upstanding brother. Now, he just said he was rebellious some sentences ago and was in alternative school and was a problem child, okay? But Montez, who's 5 years younger than him, how he was in and out of jail, okay? Now, Tasha went on to ask him, because it was revealed earlier in the conversation, and I didn't touch on that his father had been locked up for 20-something years, okay? And so he didn't have a strong male figure in his life, and Marlene's boyfriends or whatever, they didn't really take much of an interest in him, if you will, okay? And so Tasha assumed that Montez and him had the same father, and they don't, because Montez is in and out of jail. I'm like, shit, you ain't too far behind him, Bama. Click, click. Okay, you ain't too far behind him, so don't talk ish about him. But I can't get over the fact how he said that Montez wants to be a rapper. Oh, our black community, our black men, but that's a whole nother conversation. I ain't finna go there. I'm not finna go there. Ain't finna do it. It's funny because Tasha kept on asking, are you jealous of your mother and your brother's relationship? And the reason why she asked is because Martel revealed that his mom has unconditional love for he and his brother. And despite him at some point being a millionaire, being a quasi pillar of the community by proxy because of Melody, they were pillars of the community, how she loved him the same. And Miss Marlene didn't care that he had an extra $5. She loved both her kids the same. Now, it seems like to me she did some coddling to compensate for the fact that they didn't have a father, child. But I do have an old video out there. I think it's named The Miseducation of Martell, Holt, or something like that. Anyway, y'all can check that out. That's a pretty interesting video that I did on that. And so Tasha circled back to it again. He's a younger brother. You sure you won't jealous of him? On camera, it seemed like he and his brother had a good relationship. But I think what it is with Martell, he may not be jealous of his brother, but I think he wants to be revered. He wants to have a certain reverence, and he wants someone to hero worship him. Hence why he went out and got a mistress on Melody, because Melody unto herself is a force to be reckoned with, okay? She ain't gonna kiss your damn ass and hero worship you. Now that is a good pivot or transition point to talk about how he met Arion. And I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on that because we know that story too. He went on to say how he met her at a birthday party his cousin had. He and Melody had just had an argument and how she was like, you get on my nerves, blah, 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 and go get a girlfriend. Honey, he had admitted in other videos and on TV, the reason why he went out and got a girlfriend is because he manifested that thing. And these are my words, but the reason why he did it is because Melody didn't kiss his ass and then hero worship him. And he admitted on TV that he felt like he was the second coming of Christ, that he had arrived, and he deserved to have as many women as he could, okay? Because you know how some black men, or men in general, regardless of the color or ethnicity, men with money and power, they tend to cheat and women flock to them and they feel like they're entitled to that. He had a sense of entitlement and he felt like he deserved to have a bunch of women because he was driving Lamborghinis and luxury cars, and he was already arrogant as a mofo, even though he had false delusions of grandeur. But anywho, yeah, and that's why he cheated, because he wanted to put Melody in her place because he was jealous of her rising star. She was running the business. And anyway, child, we can go on and on. We know the story, but to get to the point, to fast forward, he lied to Tasha K and said that he conceived little Knox, the fifth child, when he and Melody were separated. He's just telling a damn lie because Melody had just had little sugar mama, okay? That December of that year? And he had conceived little Knox with Arion, around March, give or take? Because sugar mama and little Knox are exactly 1 year apart. Exactly 1 year, okay? And so she left you, that March or April, whatever like that, because she figured out you were still cheating. Sugar mama was still a brand new infant, okay? But what gets me is he lied, and he always lies about the timeline, because remember Carlos was asking him on the reunion, when did you conceive your fifth child? And he would never admit it. He didn't want to wish sugar mama happy birthday. He didn't want to wish little Knox happy birthday back then. And speaking of sugar mama, I can't get over the fact that this Negro insinuated, okay, and kind of danced around the question of whether or not whether or not she is his daughter, okay? He was like, well, she looks just like Melody. And it was rumblings out there. We never took a paternity test. He said, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. As if Melody conceived sugar mama with somebody else. I'm like, he's a low down piece of shit. He is low as low as low. And we've all witnessed on camera and on video, okay, how he treats little sugar mama differently than he treats little Knox. In his little videos, how he'll have little Knox in his lap, sugar mama off to the side. Remember he did that Christmas photo that time, and little sugar mama was a little bitty baby herself, right? He had Knox in his lap. He could have had both kids in his lap, but no, he had her on the floor. So it's evidence that he does treat her differently, okay? We've seen it. All of us have seen it, okay? And also, shit, I can't get over the time when they were on the lake. It was around Christmas time a few years ago. They were on ice or something. It was snowing outside and the kids were off to the side, and he was like, well, if y'all fall in the lake, I ain't gonna get you. I can't swim. Some ignorant shit he said. I was like, wow. I think it was Boss Baby or Tank over there near the edge. And then little Sugar Mama was whining, saying her hands were cold. And people were on his IG Live saying, hold her, pick her up, hold her. And she was like, I want my mama, I want my mama. He's an ignorant son of a bitch. So the fact that he would insinuate that she's not his child, I can believe it, okay? And everyone knows that he and Melody had reconciled and that's his baby. But then he went on to say that all of his other kids look like him in some shape, form, and fashion, except for her. Child, you can't make this shit up. Child, but anyway, Martell was just on a drag session this entire interview. Again, anytime Tasha tried to ask him questions directly about him, some type of way he had to bring it back to Melody. It's like, nigga, who are you now without her? But it was interesting how he admitted with his disgusting ass that he wanted to have 2 women. You know, to me, that was just disgusting. And he knew exactly what he was doing, like for real. So Tasha knows about the revenge P. And to me, she didn't ask enough follow-up questions. And her interview wasn't balanced enough with counter arguments or follow-up questions to dig deeper, okay? So they talk about the arrest, and he was saying how Melody has been going after him, and how at least 6 different times she tried to get him arrested, and how she's been harassing him since the divorce and trying to insinuate that he's a domestic violence victim. And he even showed on video with his disgusting ass, he showed the middle part of arguments, or the tail end of arguments that he and Melody had when they were still in the marital home, accusing her of trying to abuse him or harassing him. So basically in a video, it said where Melody was like, give me back my part of the $150, or give me back my half, or whatever like that, or the $150,000. And see, I thought it was just $17,000 that we knew of. I don't know what the $150,000, I don't know what that was about. But anyway, girlfriend was on her Angela Bassett bullshit. She said, oh no, honey. Okay, so what had happened was, remember when Melody was trying to move out and she was trying to get the kids' belongings and get her things, and he wouldn't let her take Ish out the house, and he was being an asshole, and he was filming and recording her, and they ended up having to call the police, and how he locked up all her furs and all her valuable shit in his truck or whatever and wouldn't let her have anything, a bastard. Honey, girlfriend had some lighter fluid or whatever. She was just like, well shit, if I can't have it, motherfucker, you can't have it either. Now, of course she ain't burned nothing up. She got plenty of sense, but he took her there. You know, and I'm sure they were yelling at him in particular at the top of their lungs. He's probably all in her face. He probably physically refrained her from taking things, but then he want to record her, okay? He's a maniacal asshole, you know? He is diabolical and he's sinister, but he ain't smart enough to really carry shit through, right? So they showed that. And it showed another video, a snippet to where she had a baseball bat or something, some little plastic bat or tanks or something like that. And she probably was gonna knock the hell out of him. I doubt it. But anyway, probably trying to get him off of her, because he probably was trying to manhandle her or whatever. They got into it, child. Anyway, honey, that's nothing. And as disturbed and as sensitive as his ass is, if she really was beating his ass, honey, we would have known about that years ago when the show first came out, okay? Child, his old bullying ass, you know damn well, his old steroid pumped up looking ass, allegedly. We know damn well that little teeny Melody with her little slim frame, as strong as she is, can't whip his ass. I'm just saying. So shame on him for insinuating that. Shame on him. I just hate that she said at the reunion that she used to beat his ass. And I know she was playing and she said that in jest, but you can't say ish around a joker like that who's sitting plotting, because everything to him is a plot and a ploy. But anyway, back to the 6 arrests. So Tasha was like, well, name all the 6 times that she tried to get you arrested. Tell me about it. Name each time. Of course, with his exaggerating, embellishing ass, that wasn't the case, okay? The reason why you had a warrant on you, Bama, is because of the revenge piece. So back to that again. So Tasha asked, well, what was that about? How did you get arrested, or what did she do? So he said that he went to the courthouse to get a document, and I guess the lady, the clerk, or whoever in the damn police precinct or whatever said to him, oh, well, wait a minute, hold on a minute, and got another police officer, whatever. So allegedly, according to him, they detained him. He said the kids were in a car, and so the officer was cool, let him bring the kids inside the police precinct. He had to call Miss Marlene. She probably cussed his ass out because she had to get the kids. Child, he is just a fucking headache. You ain't no better than your brother Montez, who you trying to act like you're better than. So to get to the point, Tasha knows all about the revenge P thing. She's well aware of it. She said, is that the video of Arion sucking your you know what? Ooh, child, that was a Freudian slip. And he was like, no. And she was like, oh, my bad. I meant Melody. She knew what the fuck she was doing. But he said that first and foremost, he's mad at TMZ and all these other news outlets because he said that it wasn't domestic violence in that sense. He said it was just harassing text messages. He was like, I was upset at her because she and her team were bullying me on social media. When the hell has anybody bullied you? Anyway, child, you can't make this shit up. So his words, he said that he sent Melody a picture of a sexual nature as if to imply or alluding to the fact there was a picture of her and another man. Not him, okay? No video, but an image of her and another man of a sexual nature. Now, where would you have gotten that from? I want to say Tasha asked about Arion having it. He was like, oh no, I deleted it. She didn't have it. We don't have it. Oh, it was never a video. I never did this. Bam, my own Queen Sheba, you admitted the shit. Honey, your little bird brain bed bug admitted the shit that she told Carson Blue about it. On the slick, I believe she was trying to get Carson Blue to put the damn video out. But Carson said, I ain't having no parts of that ish. And I don't blame her, right? So anywho, in my opinion, Tasha didn't dig deep enough and she didn't come back with enough counter arguments in terms of even talking about original Straight No Chaser audio, those admissions that Arion made on that, okay? She could have even used some of the video snippets from Queen Sheba. But of course, her male-identified ass, she's trying to help out Martell. She's not pro-woman at all, not in my opinion. And definitely not pro-pretty woman. If it's an attractive or beautiful woman, child, or a lighter-skinned woman, honey, hang it up. Anywho, but I digress. But yeah, child, that interview left a lot to be desired. But I will give her credit for this. She tried to juice his ass up with that wine, allegedly, with that 13.5% alcohol. She wanted to juice his ass up so he can run his damn mouth, okay? So he can tell it all, have some truth serum in him, okay? But anyway, so back to the arrest. So, oh yeah, that's another thing. Oh, Melody's constantly keeping me in court. I'm always in a courthouse. No, mother effer. She's in a courthouse because you tried to take the damn kids from her and she had to go back and forth to court because your ass would never release your financial documents and your financial statements, okay? You didn't uphold your end of the bargain that the court had, okay? And allegedly, the judge that was on the case at the time, a woman, is male identified as well. And let your ass get away with too much, okay? And you tried to get Melody to pay your court fees to no avail. So anyway, it's just the lies for me, it was just so much to unpack. And I'm sure that most of you've seen it, but I just wanted to give my commentary. In a nutshell, he professed his love to Arion, and that's just a dig at Melody, okay? That's just a dig at Melody because Tasha K asked him point blank period to her credit, are you gonna marry her? He said, I feel like every woman deserves to get married. So what about Arion? Does she not deserve to get married? Because she put up with your ass like 10 years a damn slave, okay? She put up with your ass. He was like, well, no, we just kind of getting to know each other. He's breadcrumbing her, let me tell it, right? Or using her as a damn mammy and a mule and a goddamn babysitter, okay? Yeah, she's a convenience to him at this point. That's all she is. And to keep his ass off of child support for Lil Knox. Child, it's just so much. But he said, no, we've been together 10 years, but these last 2-3 years, we really getting to know each other. I guess being a single man, so to speak, but you done smashed 1 million damn bras in between that, okay? I'm just like, make it make sense. It's just like sensible thinkers. It's some bullshit, right? Yes, it is. But anyway, he didn't commit to wanting to marry Arion. He never said that, okay? And he never will marry her. And the reason why he did this interview is a final last-ditch effort to stick it to Melody, okay? Because I feel like unless he has intense therapy or intervention, locked up or dead, okay, he will forever go at her because he's sociopathic. And as I always say, I think he's borderline psychotic with his stalking ass, allegedly, okay? And he's a malignant narcissist and he's egomaniacal. He's dangerous. Child. Anywho. But at the end of the day, he wants Arion on the show because he needs a check. He wants to stick it to Melody. He wants to irritate her. And also he had the nerve to say earlier in the interview that he feels like the Scotts are the new power couple. Now that's really a dig at Melody because see, Melody is reigning supreme. She's still the queen of the show. That was a dig at Melody, okay? And also I almost forgot. He wouldn't divulge any of the Scott's secrets. He was like, he's the only admitted cheater on the show. And that's everything you need to know. Basically, he's the only one that admitted to it or got caught. The others cheated too, but then I ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna snitch on them. But in a nutshell, you just dry snitched on him, right? So, anywho, you can't make this shit up. I can go on and on. It was just so much to unpack. You can't unpack it all, and I don't even want to waste my time. But I do feel like Martell is resting in his feminine energy. He wants a boss type of chick like Melody or someone else. He wants to use someone. He wants to be coddled like a damn woman with his Kevin Samuels worshiping ass, okay? So as I close out the video, he had the nerve to say that Arion actually introduced the kids to organic foods and organic eating. Now, I have heard her talk about on her lives she's into organic foods. I've heard her say that. Well, honey, Melody should really be having whole chefs for her kids. Her kids eat great. Y'all broke asses have organic food. It's probably for y'all, and she has a DoorDash and get food delivered for her kids because it ain't enough to spread around. You broke mother effers. Child, y'all tell me what y'all think. That interview was a lot. This is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and sound off in the comments, folks. All right, I'm out.
I'm talking